everyone, tag 33, and as Anne has made the background as part of the tag, I thought maybe, because mine are quite thin and flimsy, so I thought maybe I might need some extra tags. So I've cut out an old book cover to either stick behind there or stick together. I wasn't sure. This is the tag template that I cut mine out with. I thought it might be nice to actually even have a bit of text down the side there. So I am deciding. Might do it like that. I think it's actually, look at that beautiful. This was a back cover of an Australian flower book. Building of Australia. Isn't that great that that's there? Actually, let's leave that. Let's leave it like that. That's what the tag is today. I have got, funnily enough, as happens, I was going through I've got a big tub of just scraps, and I decided that I was going to cut down a whole heap into squares and oblongs and little strips, and I did that last week, not even knowing that that's what we were going to need for Anne. So perfect. Now we need a bit of string. I've got a bit of string. Now I just think, put this behind, get it started. Okay, so today I think that I will try to be a little bit straight. I eyeball so many things that it's actually good to maybe use a ruler sometime. All right, so I think this is what we're doing. I think I might make it a bigger knot. How about that? And down here. Now I am aware, so I was thinking one of the things that, I had to change over my little circle because it was just getting too big, so I've got one of these that they screw up like that, and you just add the new one in and then you screw it back. So these are handy little things, but as I'm aware that mine is likely to sit this way up with any extra bits poking out on the top or the bottom, I was thinking that if it's lying this way, that my little things need to hang down that way. Now all reports I'm noticing with a lot of people are that it's very fiddly. And as everybody knows, fiddly is difficult for me. I get all thumbs and fingers, and I need my glasses, my eyes don't work, etc. So I'm hoping it's not too fiddly for me. But we'll give it a good go. I've just put an extra little hole and done one extra little loop through to cast this off, so it stays. Now, as I'm looking at mine, I'm looking and thinking, I like the idea of it being relative. I'm thinking 4. Just to, why wouldn't I make it harder for myself? Like, just why wouldn't I? This is very... I'm realising that it's not very long, is it? So... this one's longer, not wide enough. There's halfway. Give it a halfway chop. give that a halfway chop as well. Not super long, but it's okay. That one's wider, isn't it? Any other long ones? I've got this beautiful bit of old pillowcase. But I'd like to use that because I just love that edge. Just getting the bases here right at the moment. Or maybe even like that, so as it shows. That's 2. Maybe we will only get 3 in. 3. I think 3. I don't know if you can hear that wind. It's very windy today. We've had beautiful, beautiful sunny days, and now that's really windy out there. And we'd planned today to have a little barbecue. I've got some. I'm being a bit adventurous lately. I got some camel meat to patties from the halal shop, so I'm going to give them a go. Well, that's pretty. But it's so windy, maybe that's not a good idea. I've got this bit of... Oh, it's like a bit of very faint print, very faint white on white print on that. Everyone wants to be outside in the sun having a lovely time, and we've just had our lockdown extended again. A bit of gold, maybe some gold on that one. It is fiddly. Actually, now I don't want to cover those leaves up on that. A little bit of blue, tiny bit of blue. Right there, like that. Okay, I'm going to pin these so as I'm not getting too carried away for the minute. Right, so pin them. Yeah, so update for us on lockdown is that I'm always in a hotspot. I don't know why. Maybe the rich areas just pay someone to not have them in a hotspot. But anyway, once again in a hotspot. And all my local areas have been named as Tier 1 sites, where there's been a Tier 1. Tier 1 is someone has been there that actually has COVID. Sometimes I think it's Tier 2 sites are sites that someone who lives with someone or knows someone has gone to. So anyway, my local Coles is a Tier 1 site. So a good job I did my shopping online this week, because I already knew that there were a lot of cases around. And honestly, I had a friend who told me she had it. So she said two or 3 months later, she still hasn't got a sense of taste. And I thought, oh, that's shocking, isn't it? Food's pretty important. Isn't it? It is. All right, I've just got a bit of this goldish sort of thread to get these down. It's like little bits of bunting, isn't it? Anyway, so I hope everyone's doing well today and has lots of good things happening in their life. These little fiddly, taggy, bunting, flaggy things. It's still a good little way to focus in, isn't it? So I have been a little sick this week because I did have a vaccine, and being super sensitive, of course. Everyone on their first one just has nothing happen to them. But of course, me being me, I had to have not just a headache, but nearly a full-blown flu. Of course, because that's how I roll. So that's what I've been doing, just resting up. Right, that's one. Now, do we want to use gold for this too? Second one. Yes, so headache for days I had. Headache for days, and bit of a fever, plus being near some sites. I ended up having a COVID test and I was negative. But just basically my body had a mild allergic reaction, so all my sinuses were puffed up for 2 days, and headaches, and my glands and my throat swelled up. So, you know, the question is, should I have not had one? Well, I made the decision that because I'm immunocompromised, that I would have to just put up with some of the side effects for now, because if I caught it, I could drop like a fly. So that was my decision. That's how it goes, and I'm only a bit cautious about that because I've never had a flu vaccination in my life, so I don't always think it's necessary, but in this case I did, and that is just my little point of view. No one else's has to have the same as me, positive or negative. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to the second one because if I was reasonably sick with the first one, I can't guarantee I won't be very sick with the next one, and I'm hoping not. But isn't our body amazing, our immune system? Like, when you think about it, how amazing is our immune system, really? What we put it through, whatever we put it through, whether it's too much of the wrong substances, drinking chocolate, anything like that. My body doesn't deal with it. I can't really drink too much at all. And I'll leave a gap there down that line in the middle in case I think of something nice to put in there. Oh, so this is a nice little project. It's easy doing this. It's a bit fiddly getting it round the string, but otherwise I don't mind it. That's number 2. That's going to go like that. This is going to go... I could make it longer if I have less on the back, couldn't I? Could make it longer. No, I don't want it longer. It's going to go like that. And let's put a knot in the back of this. just thinking I don't have much to say today, but then I just realised that my friend Chloe, who has built her own, van, so you know how I love watching those YouTubes. So Chloe's built a van out, so she's living in it at the moment, and that way she's saving some money. Anyway, we did a Zoom call together, and it was really funny because Huss got so excited about the van and how easy it was to make one. And I went, I've converted him. I've converted him to being excited about having a van that you can just live in for a while, go on holidays in. I think he's done it. He's done the wife and the kids and the working hard, and I think he's a bit sick of it, and he's happy to have a holiday or two. Still work, but you know what I mean. And how does it get better than that? So somewhere in the future, we have a little holiday planned in a van. That sounds a bit of fun. The only thing, of course, is we had wanted to go to New Zealand, and the lockdown has meant that we're not allowed to, so don't know what's going to happen with that. Okay, let's have a look. I could get a really little thin one in, but I'm not sure if I will. Now what? What's next? Oh, that's nice, that green. I've been using this green on something else. I've got lots of bits here still. Maybe a bit cross. I don't know. I'd like to use that, I think. Got a bit of that too. What if I just sewed a line across here? No, I just have to make sure that I don't want it to be longer, I don't think. I want a bit of this to stick up around the outside, but not, this right, that one doesn't cut properly. Oh, fiddly, right. A little bit like that, and just make this, now do I want to use the brown or the blue? Liking the brown today. Let's put a bit of blue in. Alright, so I want this one. Just want to get that flower on there. Just make this one just a bit smaller, but to try and get that flower on. There, like that. I've got a knot there. So I just want to put that there. Like that. I do feel a little bit thumbs and fingers right at this particular point in time. Trying to hold it down. Let's use a pin. There. See if I can use smaller. Just go around the edge in a very small straight stitch. Maybe I should have made that one thread, but oh, it's working. So I did yesterday. Yesterday was the last day of me feeling like yesterday I ended up just having a lot of liquids all day, and I went outside and I started, because I haven't done too much in the back, on the back patio for a little while, so I just started moving some pots. I think I did half an hour before I just went, no, today I just need to sit and do nothing for an entire day and recover. And all I had was lots and lots of soup and lots of hot lemon and honey, and just nurtured myself, looked after myself for the day. Took a time out from everything and everyone, and of course my flatmate has disappeared to stay with her bubble person, and she's staying a little bit longer. So that's worked out well, and I've enjoyed just having my house to myself, really, for first time in a long time. Okay, there's that. So yeah, I didn't do as much as I really would have liked to, but I've started the spring clean, so I feel good about that. Right, now there they are. I was going to say, are they in the right order? But I think they are. I think they're in a good order, because I think that there's this busyness and that busyness, and if they were in a different order, they would be too close together, and this is breaking it up by being a bit wider, so I like that. Righto, I was just auditioning a few things, and I realised I found this very, very old press stud thing, and I really thought that'd be nice in the middle there. And then I just found one, I guess it's a hook, I think. I can't remember what they were called. Just don't seem to use them these days, do we? A hook. I found this. I love this. Just beautiful little bit of embroidered lace trim stuff. And then I found this tiny little button that I thought I might put up here, but then I thought it was a bit boring. And then I saw this bit of lace and thought, well, that's got a knot in it, I'll take it out. And then I thought, no, I won't. I'll put this button under the knot and I'll put it there. So I've just got a bit of normal cotton doubled over here. So I will sew this in here first. Just use the knot to ground it a bit. I always find this one, this particular, alright, this is Gutermann, 100% cotton, quilting. I find sometimes it's a bit knotty. I'll just do this button on here first. It's like a very delicate little button that would have been on a wedding dress or something. It's like it's got maybe raw silk on it. Very cute. So which way is this going? Alright, here we are, we're at the fiddly bit. The fiddly bit. But I really want to, because it's got that backing, can you see it, that backing? I really want to make sure it's quite secure, just simply because it's going to stand out a little bit. Okay. I mean, that when you get working with floss and then you come to using a bit of the quilting cotton, I'll tell you what, you notice it. Okay, so I've got to secure this down to the back. I'm going to worry about cutting after. Okay, it's going to go like that. Now I'm just wondering how long to make this. Probably about that. So I'm just going to do a little bit just so that it's not flapping around too much. Just catch a little bit there and make sure it's sitting down as much as I can possibly get it. Oh, the fiddle is the fiddly. Why is that doing that? Sorry, it's really, it is fiddly. I thought, no, it's not going to be fiddly, but it actually is. It's fiddly also because the threads from the rough edging are fraying at the same time. Right, okay, I've got that. Let's move these out of the way. So I've come up in the middle of the top of that, but I just had to thread it through to be able to sew this here, like so. Positively medieval flag moment here. Now, why's that got all caught up? Because it's this quilting cotton. All right, I've decided I don't like this quilting cotton at all. And my flag has, my string seems to have gotten a bit loose. Right, let's tie a knot. Okay, there we go. I've got a little flag. Now I'm going to continue on with these other two, and I'll come back at the end. I'm just finishing with a little bit of embroidery floss, putting this little hook on. Just going to go down under the little hook to try and make sure it stays straight. Cast that off. just got to finish tacking it down around the string there. Come back a bit more to the middle and cast that off. Here's my little flags. I found that it wasn't as fiddly, and yet on some ways it was fiddly. So cute. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.